Hi, I'm Stacy Pearson, and I wanted to make this short video to let you know what flipping the classroom is. So I have done some research and attended some symposiums and some conferences that talked a lot about this process of flipping the classroom. And I know it might be new to many of you, so I wanted to kind of give you this short little instruction about what it is and why I do it and why I feel so passionately about it. I have been flipping the classroom for several years now, and I have found that it really has been super beneficial for a variety of students, ranging from students who struggle all the way up to those who can learn at a quicker pace and are a little more accelerated. You can see here from some of the things that I have written on the board that flipping the classroom is kind of a switch from the old way of what used to be what I'm calling the old way when we were in school and how we learned, where you would go to class and you would have a lecture, you would do a few problems in class, and then you would go home and attempt to do all of that homework on your own. Well, now flipping the classroom reverses that process. So you will be at home watching videos, taking notes, pausing, rewinding, learning the basics of a certain concept. And then when you come to class, we'll be able to do some practice to go along with that. The practice will then hopefully allow you to ask more questions, to be able to get those I just don't get it out of the way, and then also extend your learning and work towards group work and project-based learning and looking at, gosh, how does this relate to everyday life, and extending that a little bit deeper. So flipping the classroom is literally taking what used to be at home and flipping it to be the classwork, and what used to be in class and flipping it to be the homework. There are a great many benefits to flipping the classroom, as I've laid out here, and certainly you can read what's here and go through each one of these points. But really, I have seen this work with specific benefits and specific reasons why I do it. I have students that have raised their test scores 10, sometimes 20 points. That's an incredible growth by doing a different strategy. It provides the students an opportunity to rewatch and pause and just hold up a second. I just need a minute to process that information before you carry on. You can't do that in real life. You can't pause a real live person to say, hold on just a second. Oh, I think I got it now. Or I just need to go back and hear that one more time. Just give me a moment, I'll be there. Or on the flip side, for those students that really work at a much quicker pace, they can hear the information progress forward and not have to wait and kind of think to themselves, okay, I got this, I'm ready, let's go, keep moving. Why are you taking so long? Let's go, I've got it. So it's really beneficial to both the struggling learner as well as the accelerated learner. If students really do re-watch the videos and pause, you can use these as a study tool. And students are always looking for new study tools, new ways to learn information, to practice, to make sure that they're prepared for tests. This is a way that they can do that, pausing and re-watching parts of a video maybe. I think I got this concept, but this concept I'm a little shaky on. Let me go back and watch that little section. That's a powerful tool to have a new study strategy in their tool belt. As you know, nowadays things are becoming more and more digital, and things are more technology and knowledge is more accessible. And by flipping the classroom, we're really feeding into the way students are learning, and students are gaining knowledge and information through video, through digital resources. A lot of parents really like that I'm basically a free tutor, and you can access me. You can access me 24/7, really, anytime that you need. Parents love to be able to look at the videos and kind of, oh yeah, it's been a while since I did that concept, and I'm a way to refresh your memory on some of those math concepts you haven't seen in a while. Or it's a way for parents to say, gosh, I'm not really sure what you're doing here. And so you're able to go back and learn it with your child and look over and say, oh, this is what she means. You can kind of watch the video as well and say, gosh, okay, I think you're getting stuck on this step, or this is where you're getting confused. It provides really great conversations at home. Hey, what are you learning? Or how is that relating to what we're doing maybe in the grocery store? Or how are you gaining this knowledge? What kind of basic things are you getting, and what basic things are you still missing and need to move forward with? Certainly when students are absent, you can access those videos and continue learning even though you're homesick for whatever reason. You know, you have a broken foot or you're home and you're like laid up and you just can't come to school, but you can still access the information and continue learning and not feel like you're getting behind. And finally, if you think about those online courses, you hear a lot about that these days in terms of college and even high school level classes sometimes. But college classes, being able to get degrees online and take courses online, I kind of feel like this is a modified, simpler version of that. If you've ever participated in an online course, you know, you have all of your information inputted through the digital resources that they give you, and then depending on the course and the school, you might have to go in for a test or take a test online. But this is kind of a way to get them a little bit used to having information provided to them digitally. So it's kind of a glimpse into what an online course might look like in the future. Now, at this level, in the middle school level, this is a little bit more supported. It's not a full online course by any means. Students, yes, they're using videos to access and gain some knowledge, but they also have one-on-one, I'm here. They come see me every day or every other day or whatever the schedule dictates, but they see me in person and get a chance to ask questions. So it's not a completely online course, but it does kind of give them a glimpse into what that might look like in the future. There are certain student expectations that I have. I do require that students watch the video when it's assigned, and I am expecting that they are pausing and rewinding that video because it's really important that they are watching that 10-minute video and understanding the basic concepts, because when they come to class, we're going to do some practice on those basics, but then we're also going to get more in depth. If they need to rewatch any part of the video, you certainly do not have to watch an entire video again. You can certainly rewatch just the part that you need to make sure that you have sufficient background knowledge. I do ask that they ask their parent to get their notes signed, and that's so that they can have some conversations with their family, as well as to show me that they were able to access that video at home. And finally, I'm really going to push your child to take advantage of their class time. Make sure that they're asking questions from those videos. I certainly don't expect students to watch the videos and become experts right from there. That's just a jumping off place. That's just the basics of the information. It is kept short on purpose, and that way there, when they come to class, we can take that, ask some questions on the basic information, and then delve deeper from there. So it's really important that they come and take advantage of the practice and ask questions. In terms of parents, what I'm expecting from a parent is that you oversee and just make sure they have digital access. Now, you can do that in a variety of ways. It does not have to be on a computer. It could be on anything that gets onto Wi-Fi or the internet. So you're looking at phones and tablets and computers and iPads and all kinds of resources as long as they can get on the internet with it. I am asking that you, when your child brings you their notes and says, Mom, Dad, could you sign this for me? Please ask them some questions. This is an opportunity for you to have a really good conversation with your student about what's happening. What are they learning? What information did they gain from the video? And just to kind of remind them of all the things that they can do with those videos. Did you rewatch the video? Did you pause it? What parts did you pause on? How many parts did you rewatch? It's just a way for you to double check them to be sure that they're using all of those tools. Also, can you explain it to me? If your child cannot explain the basics of the information, tell them to go back and rewatch parts of it again to make sure that they really have it. And finally, if you could just look over their notes for completeness and then sign your initials, just so you know, kind of get an idea of what they're learning here in math in middle school. And finally, teacher expectations. You can see I have more expectations than anyone else. I am creating and uploading those videos, and I do that in a variety of ways. Some where you can see me like you do now, and some where you can't see me but can only hear me. That's just using different programs that I have access to. But sometimes those videos take a couple of takes, or sometimes, you know, it takes some time to put them together. So that's certainly a big part of what I am expecting of myself and what you should hold me accountable for. I will be checking video notes when they are due and making sure that they are complete. I will be providing that differentiated practice when they come to class. Not only just basic practice, but also questions and group work and projects and stations and creating their own videos and making up songs or poems or to go along with that information? Can you apply that to everyday life? And what jobs use this kind of mathematics concepts? So a lot of differentiated practice, both for those that are struggling and need more support, all the way up to those that are ready for some more in-depth knowledge. I will be monitoring your students' mastery of the content. There will be times that I pull them aside and say, come sit with me and let's go over some of this together. It feels like you're kind of shaky on this concept. Let's go over it again. Because sometimes I realize that you might watch the video and still be a little confused about something, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay. But we want to make sure that they are rewatching that video and taking it upon themselves too, because it's important for students in middle school to grow into some independence and to take on the ownership of their learning. I will be providing application of knowledge. Those are the jobs that I just spoke about. And then those people that don't have internet support, or let's say you are you're home, you have a lightning storm in your neighborhood and the power goes out, or there's snow, or whatever the case may be, and something happens with your technology. It happens to all of us, and I understand that completely. So just send your child to me in the morning and I will help them out and figure out or schedule a time that they can come and use the technology here at school so that they can not fall behind. So I absolutely will work with those students and create a plan so that they can have access to the same technology as everyone else. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of what flipping the classroom is and what it means and what you can expect from math this year. I feel very, very passionate about flipping the classroom because I have seen firsthand the benefits that it can do. It does require all the participants involved to be held up to those expectations that I just went over. Students must do their part. I need parents to be on board, and you need to expect me to be on board and provide my part too. So as long as all the stakeholders are involved, we can really expect your child to grow and love math and just soar and look forward to learning more and more every year.